I don't know what it is about February, but there are a ton of J's dropping this month. And you know what? I think I'm down with that. Yo, I'm Jacques Slade, and these are the Jordans you'll be keeping an eye out for this February. First up is the Air Jordan 1 Golf Mule. This is on the second for 110. Yeah. I don't know. At least this should be the easiest bred Jordan 1 you'll ever buy, I guess. There is the Air Jordan 3 Craft in Ivory. This is on the third for 210. So the Jordan Craft series doesn't garner the same hype as the Reimagined capsule. So if you're looking for a pair of J's that deviates from the norm, but I would say doesn't break your back and wallet, there's a handful of lifestyle-centric pairs in the Jordan 1 and in the Jordan 4 flavors that work with any casual fit. Up next in the Craft series is this Air Jordan 3 that uses an ivory colored base and reworks the panels and tongue graphic to make them appear like they have shadows. It's pretty neat. And then there's the shoe's translucent back tab that features both Nike Air and Jumpman that was previously found on the Air Jordan 3 Fire Red Denim. It's kind of rare. We also have the Air Jordan 2 Low Snakeskin on the 7th for 150. And I'll be real, I'm not up on my reptile knowledge, so I don't know the difference between this pair being called snakeskin and another being called python. But nevertheless, this Air Jordan 2 does bring back memories of the Nike Air Python, but with a reflective finish, because nothing will freak out someone who's not into snake more than seeing these in a dark lit room and someone takes a picture with a flash. We have the Air Jordan 13 Blue Gray. This is going to be on February 10th for $200. So blue gray. Looks like we have officially found our breaking point. We can no longer find a moment in Michael Jordan's life to associate this colorway with, so we're just going to call it blue gray with that hint of yellow. I'm surprised nobody called these Denver Nuggets when people in Denver still liked Carmelo Anthony 13s. Anyway, since it's releasing around All-Star time, it could have something to do with Indiana or a school in Indiana. Maybe the college Larry Bird went to, Indiana State. No? All right, I'm moving on. We have the women's Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Metallic Gold on the 14th for 180. These recently got a shock drop. So Jordan 1s in white metallic gold is not a new concept, whether it's in low cut, mid cut, kids exclusives, women's exclusives, men's sizing. We've seen all sorts of variations of white and gold Jordan 1s. That being said, these new women's exclusives is a nice shade of gold, and it comes with a gold Jordan hang tag, which is cool. I might get a pair for the misses because of love and all of that. Also because that neat looking hang tag looks nice. All right. There are some other releases from Jordan Brand to check out for this month. There is the Jordan Luka 2 in Black and Volt. That's going to be on the 2nd for 130. The Zion 3 Pink Lotus. That's going to be on the 6th for 140. The Kids Air Jordan 1 Mid inspired by the greatest. That's going to be on the 9th. There is the Jordan Luka 2 All-Star on the 15th for 130. The Women's Air Jordan 1 Low Phantom Denim. That's going to be on the 16th for 115. The Zion 3 NRG 3D on the 20th for 140. And please make these come with 3D glasses. Don't fail us, Nike or Jordan. Don't fail us. Then we have the Jordan Spizike Low Football Blue on the 21st for $160. Now, something else that caught my eye is the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Metallic Burgundy on the 16th for $200. And despite this being an original colorway of the Air Jordan 1, the Metallic series, it just doesn't receive the same love and excitement that Breads and Chicago's do when they retro. And heads up, this is technically not an OG colorway because it is not a metallic red retro, but rather a metallic burgundy release. What's noteworthy, though, is that this will get that Jordan 1 85 treatment, so as close to the OG as you're going to get as of this point. I wish we didn't have to pay $200 for them, though, if I'm going to be honest. We also have the Air Jordan Fred Bread Reimagined on the 17th for $215. Now, this is arguably the most anticipated sneaker of 2024, and it's also among the most polarizing. Some, it's an Air Jordan 4 Bread, one of the most iconic silhouettes of all time and its most popular colorway. It's been 5 years since the last retro, which, depending on when you ask me, feels like it was yesterday or forever ago. Our weekly show Hard Pass was still in its early stages, and man, people were mad at this thumbnail. Anyway, this Bread 4 won't be coming back in its original nubuck form. Instead, we're getting a leather treatment. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen a black Air Jordan 4 in leather. Previous examples include the Jordan 4 Alternate Motorsports and the Laser SE. Unlike the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found and the Air Jordan 3 Reimagined, these 4s will not come with the vintage aesthetic. Personally, I think it should have, and actually, here is a Jordan 4. I have one here on the wall somewhere. Where is it? Oh, so these, the Motorsports, which is one of my favorites that I've been wearing quite a bit lately. So that's what you get for like the leather. So hopefully it'll be this kind of quality. Anyway, back to the show. We have the Awake NY Jordan Airship. This is going to be on February 21st for 150. The Jordan Airship has been getting a lot of collaborations lately, and next on the docket is this team up with the Wake. So the white upper is actually complemented by a vintage yellow, vintage yellow midsole, the Awake logo, and what appears to be metallic or possibly reflective swooshes. Now, here's where it gets interesting. During an Awake event last year, the shoes were pictured like they were going to drop a mismatched red and blue pair, but recently we've seen DJ Clark Kent previewing the shoes in only red, so it's possible we could be getting separate red and blue releases, or maybe the blue pair is what will actually release at retail, while the red is a friends and family exclusive. We just don't know yet. We also have the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Panda. This is going to be on the 24th for 180. I mean, I guess it was bound to happen. Black and white Jordan 1s are commonplace and come in low, mids, highs, and golfs. This one is a little different because they're using the bread color blocking. Look, at least nobody's calling these bread pandas, which I guess could be a thing. At least I hope nobody is calling them bread pandas. Anyway, while some Panda Dunks have small hits of red, this one is strictly a black and white colorway, probably because adding red to these would just be a little too on the nose. We have the women's Air Jordan 5 Lucky Green on the 28th for 200. So if you're a fan of this particular shade of green that Jordan Brand has been using on their retros for a while now, you're eating, right? I mean, they're easily available and resale is laughably low. After seeing them on a number of Jordan 1s and Air Jordan 3s, next up is the Air Jordan 5. It's using the same color blocking as the original Fire Reds from the 90s. Again, this shouldn't be too difficult of a pickup, and it might even be a pair that you can wait for and just wait for it to go on sale. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this month's Jordan releases. Of course, there's a handful of J's you might want to keep your eye out for, like the heavily rumored Trophy Room Air Jordan 1 Low OG that's expected to drop on the 15th. I would have put it in the rundown, but you know how it is with Trophy Room drops and with Marcus so busy with life right now. Anything can happen. That's all I'm trying to say. Anything can happen. All right, I'm Jacques Slade, and I'll see you next month. Peace.